Tokyo, Japan. My name is Gary Verheller, and I'll be your host for what we call the Substantive Living Podcast. Today, we'll look at what we call life's lessons. And I hope this will provide you with some insight, maybe even some inspiration to life's challenges. Welcome to episode 54, part 2, No. How to say no. For many of us, saying no to someone is very, very difficult. But out of honor, out of respect, out of a sense of duty to the person or persons with which you're communicating, you must be honest. And that includes saying no. So, what is a constructive way to say no? One way to decline an invitation, for example, I wish I could, and then give the reason. Many times in working with executives, they are very busy and they're asked to give a presentation at an international conference, and they're simply too busy. So I wish I could, and I know that the conference will be fascinating, and I must honor commitments that I've made previously. So they decline, never refuse. They decline and then tell the reason why. So that's one way to decline an invitation. Now, if you're going to disagree with someone or with someone's idea, that's the key difference. You're not disagreeing with a person, you're disagreeing with an idea. The person is always okay. The idea is something that both of you want to look at objectively and attack and create a better idea. So you focus on the idea. And what you would say is, I must disagree with, in particular, and you be as specific as possible. Because your disagreement will have much, much, much more value if you're more specific. And I disagree with point A and point B and point C because point A, and then you give some information, point B gives some information, and point C gives some information. Now here's the key point. Instead, or rather, I suggest you offer an alternative. You are contributing because the other person who offered the idea, that takes an amount of courage to offer an idea and to present an idea. So, out of respect to them, I'm showing them that I really listen, that I'm being very specific with what I disagree with. Now, I'm giving something back. Not just the disagreement, I'm giving my idea of what might be a better alternative. And then I invite them to comment by saying, so what do you think about that? And together, we're looking for solutions. We're looking for answers. I'm disagreeing with an idea. I never disagree with the person. That's a key element to saying no or to disagreeing. Sometimes there's rare moments in which you must be apathetic, which means you're showing no feelings, no emotions. You're almost like a machine. There are situations that require neutrality, objectivism, a scientific approach with apathy. No, that behavior, notice it's not the person. Let me say that again. No, that behavior, I would strongly suggest against saying you, person can't change who they are. That person will always be that person. The behavior can be changed. No, that behavior is unacceptable and we will not do that. The person is okay. You're still showing the person respect. You're talking about the behavior that is unacceptable or the request that is unacceptable. If possible, be considerate. If it is a flat no, be direct and polite. Stick to your principles. If you stick to your principles of honor, integrity, if you stick to your principles of sense of duty, doing what is right, then you'll realize that saying no is part of doing the right thing. Saying no is very honorable because that shows true respect of the other person and true recognition of the other person's value. So much so that you realize if you disagree, you must be honest and say no. Hope that helps. Bye. Thank you for joining us today for the Substance of Living podcast. If you'd be kind enough to consider subscribing, you can contact us through Spotify or Apple Podcasts or connect on Twitter. Join us again next time for what I hope will help you navigate life.